Good morning and welcome to Norwal Farm. Michael Walsh and Roger Norgel here. In this video we're going to move Heidi, our llama, and the billy goat and the 3 rams back to the hill pasture, and we're also going to fence off the laneway to the north of the pasture and to the south of the pasture because there's some good alfalfa growth in that area, as well as some other forbs and browse for them. So come along and we're going to string some fence and move them up to the hill pasture. So come along, let's go build some fence. On this fence, I had a 2-strand before, and that has worked in the past for Heidi, the llama, and the billy goat and the rams. But just to be on the safe side, I think it's better to have a 3-strand. We've got a new ram out there that's still learning about fences, so it's important to have that lower strand too. So this is what we're putting together. I have to add another spool here, so it's basically well insulated. It can sit on the ground, it's not going to short out. So I've got the second one here. We're going to connect that and finish the job. So there's the new spool connected. That's an insulated handle. It goes down and it's wrapped around on this side, so that'll make the connection for the wire, and we'll continue on down the line. We're finished at the end here, but if you notice the middle one's sagging and that lower one is kind of high off the ground, so I'm going to adjust those before we I've actually got it in the bottom rung of that post because there's quite a dip here, so that'll be a good visual for them and keeps it off the ground, but yet it's low enough they're not going to go under it. As I'm walking up the line towards the tractor, you can see how the fence is sagging right here, so I'm inspecting it as I go and then just adjusting it so that we maintain even tension all the way down. So that's like the final check before we energize it and turn them out. And checking the fence, it's as tight as it'll go, and I've taken a couple of posts out, so I've got too large a space between there. It's just the weight of the tape holding it, so I'm going to put a couple fence posts in and an extra post there and one down there, and you can see it's taking the sag out of the line, got it up where it needs to be, and just lends a little more stability to the wire, so that should work. I have to remember that this is permanently connected to the hot wire, like right there. So when we come back, if we have to do anything on this fence, I have to shut the main fence off at the barn, otherwise it'll be energized. So I'm not using this connector here. We're opening this gate on the hill pasture, and we'll chain it open, and that'll give them permanent access to this north lane. And then we'll do the same thing, not that gate there, but the one that's over in the corner. We're going to build a lane from that corner up, and we'll let them graze that as well. And that's the means that we get them down here, is through that lane. And we'll leave that up until we're ready to take them out of here. We got the fence all restrung, and I've turned Heidi and the rams and Joel out into the laneway, and they're making their way up to the field. Heidi was actually up in there before, and there she goes. There's an apple tree up there, the water tank's right there. So, and that's home for them. They're used to being up there, so they'll be happy up there. And then they've got the north lane right there. Yeah, the gate, you can see it propped open right there. That's the north laneway. So they've got all that to graze. There's a lot of alfalfa and good grazing for them. So that's it for today. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. Hit the notification bell for any new videos. And please hit the like button. And leave us a comment and share this video with a friend. Thanks for joining us at Norwal Farm.